goes down, my rumors learn how to fly. One wrong word in the whispering game, and the truth don't come out the same. Neighbors started sneaking at the back door. Ooh, that girl was always wild. Headlights fading down the dirt road, just a small town, restless child. One wrong word in the whispering game runs down Main like a summer rain. People talk, after all, you can hide in a town that's small. At the diner on the corner, they know you spent away too long. She wasn't gone away forever, ain't no love quite that strong. One wrong word in the whispering game, and the truth don't come out the same. Everybody's got a story, like a shadow, the truth will fade. Word gets around, we all know how the small town talking game is played. One wrong word in the whispering game, and the truth won't come out the same. Living with Randi, come on and stay a while.
Ooh, child. We have made it. We have made it to Nashville. And it has been one of those travel days. You hear me? So my hair did not look like this morning, but it's fine. It's going to be just fine. So quick story time. So when I left this morning, I left Columbia and flew to Charlotte, and then Charlotte to Nashville. And so I was supposed to be on first class for the Charlotte to Nashville flight, and I got bumped down to main class, which is not a big deal, but the middle seat, like, really? So anyways, that was a bad experience, but it is what it is. And then we get on the plane, and the pilot gets on, and he's like, oh, the generator's out in the back of the plane, so we're going to have to manually jump start it. And then once we get out on the runway and got a taxi, we're going to have to use another manual jump for the front engine. And I'm like, people in the back of the plane's like, we really didn't need to know that. So, and then it was like, oh, we're going to leave at 6:32. I'm going to turn the seatbelt signs off. And then it was like, oh, no, psych. They said we can leave now. So everybody scurries back to their seat. And so then I get here to the hotel, find ride from the Uber. However, I was downstairs in regular passenger pickup, and he was at B1. And it was my fault because I didn't read in the app that tells you where to actually go. And it was a long hump to where I had to go. So anyways, made it over there, and then got here to the hotel, and the girl couldn't find my reservation. I'm like, dang gummit. Now, I know that Omni just texted me this week, and I know I should have a reservation. And come to find out, they put my middle initial and last name together, so it looked like M. Jones when she was trying to look it up for Jones, so she found me. So all that to say, we have checked in. It is 7:33 Central Time, and so I think what I need to do now is, I know for sure what I need to do now. I've already read through the business plan for the independent business competition, so I'm going to fill out that rubric, get that sent over, and then I may meet Lorraine downstairs for a glass of wine, but that's going to be it for tonight. And I wouldn't mind having a nice salad, but I'm not doing much tonight. I'm just going to take it easy. I hope to even edit some of the vlog that I needed to put out yesterday that I didn't. So if I can get that done today and maybe put it by tomorrow, that would be great. So we are in Nashville, and we're going to see what Nashville holds for us. My makeup looks really good. It's not as bad as I thought it would be, given how much I have sweat. My hair, on the other hand, is real big. And so we're trying to see if it's going to hold on or not, but we bought curling irons. So we'll make it do what it do. So I will see you all later.
truck, but she lets me pick her up when we're going dancing. My heart stops beating when my headlights shining on her. She's my country girl. I couldn't tell you what she's doing with me. She's so damn out of my league. She's a little bit crazy on the weekends, dancing in her red dress, and I love the way she looks in my eyes. And I'm feeling like midnight's getting closer, and I just wanna hold her in my arms till the sun comes up. She's a little bit country. Yeah, she's my country girl. She's a little bit country. Yeah, she's my country girl. She can let her hair down, but got her feet on the ground. I can't get enough of her. She can drive me so wild, just with that sweet smiling. There's nobody else for me. My heart starts racing every time I'm looking at her. She's my country girl. I couldn't tell you what she's doing to me. She's so damn out of my league. She's a little bit crazy on the weekends, dancing in her red dress, and I love the way she looks in my eyes. And I'm feeling like midnight's getting closer, and I just wanna hold her in my arms till the sun comes up. She's a little bit country. Yeah, she's my country girl. She's a little bit country. Yeah, she's my country girl. Guitar. Yeah. All right. Wouldn't lie to you. Doesn't matter what I do. She's got a hold on me.
All my life.
She's a little bit crazy on the weekends, dancing in her red dress, and I love the way she looks in my eyes. And I'm feeling like midnight's getting closer, and I just wanna hold her in my arms till the sun comes up. She's a little bit country. Yeah, she's my country girl. She's a little bit country. Yeah, she's my country girl.
We gotta hurry up and get out of here. The lighting is terrible. I'll get a better lighting over there, but this is a statement outfit that I have on from Banana Republic, and it's these wide leg pants that I absolutely love, and the cute top. What I like about the top is the scoop neck, and so yeah, we gotta go because we're late, so let's get out of here.
I was trying to push him in here. But
Oh, appreciate
I
it.
closed one of the doors. But
Okay, heard him in. I was like, I don't even know what that stands for.
Yeah, when you said you were doing like health outcome, I'm like, well, good for you because like,
Hey girl, how are you? I didn't even have time to get
I
me a
was walking
snacky
up
snack
telling
from
people,
out there.
time to come in,
No,
time to
I
come in,
didn't
and
either.
Anna was there.
Shoot.
I said, oh,
No,
Anna.
you need to tell them because I was like,
Please don't apologize. And
me to do? I want the... Oh, I love the notebook. Okay, so it feels like I haven't talked to y'all in a very long time, probably because I haven't. So it is Wednesday, and it is about a little after 2 o'clock. We have another session that we're going to attend today at 2:45. That is going to be our last session, and then we have a dinner tonight at 5:30 Central Time. But I went to this very cute store called Kittenish. I thought it was very cute, and I just want to show you what I bought. Look at all this paper they gave you. I should have told her to keep it, but it was just so cute. But I bought this notebook, and people are always asking me, Renata, how's it going? And I'd be like, it's busy as shit. And so this was a perfect notebook. And so I picked it up. And then you know how I am about jewelry. And so I got this cute little bracelet. It looks really, really cute. And so I'm going to put it on. I put it on in the store. I take this off. It is very cute. And she said all of it was stainless steel or something, so it wouldn't turn. It was waterproof, and it was all under $40, so works for me. Yeah. So it looks really cute, just real simple bracelet, not major. And then I got these cute silver earrings. They're lightweight. I like lightweight earrings, so I picked those up. So that is what I got from Kittenish. And I bet I don't have my notes. Yeah, I do. Alright, so just a couple of things that I'm going to do some longer form content or things around. But what I wanted to do was to show you all something. Yeah, so this morning, the Women's Integration Network, or WIN, they actually had their breakfast meeting, and it was phenomenal. I'm so glad I made it. It started at 7 o'clock Central, but it was really, 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 really good. I was on their founding board, and so I've been a part of them for a while, all 3 years since they've been existing. But what I've noticed is, since I've been here and knowing that I'm going to launch my speaker business, when I'm looking at some of these people speak and things that go on, I'm taking down things that, number one, I can either incorporate into my leadership program, questions that if I'm on a panel and somebody asks me, or if I'm actually supposed to moderate a panel, some questions that I could ask. So I kind of picked some of that stuff up. Even yesterday from the keynote, which is in my other notebooks. I'll share that later. But here's what I picked up from Win today. And one of them was like, the question was, how do you define success now versus 10 years ago? And I thought that was a great question, because the way one defines success in your 20s or 30s may be totally different than you do in your 40s or 50s. And then somebody made a really good point. She's like, it's easy to say, don't chase the title now that they have the title, because this was a corporate woman thing where everybody was like VP and above. So I thought it was pretty interesting when the one person was like, yeah, it's easy to say don't chase the title when you already have the title. So that's something that I want to address. And Kim did a very good job on talking about your brand. And I think she does a very good job on talking about her brand. And that's what I'm all about. And so even had me questioning while I was there. I'm like, the financial literacy piece, that's like a passion project of mine, but it really doesn't fit as well into the managed care space as I would like to. Now, I know I've said before, and I do believe it's a way for me to get into the door of employer groups to provide them supplemental benefits, and then for them to say, hey, what else is it that you do? But from a branding standpoint, it really doesn't fit. So I'm still kind of toying with that, but we'll see. And so the other one was about career eulogy. I wrote that down because I thought that was important. Like, we think about our eulogy when we pass away for good, but do we think about what our career eulogy is? If you're going to retire, if you're going to, and I see a lot of people getting ready to retire, and you're going to give it up or you're going to change courses, what is going to be the eulogy of your career? What kind of impact do you actually want to leave behind? So that's another topic I wrote out. This one, I wrote down, I didn't get this from them directly, but one of the particular individuals always wears the same statement suit. And I'm pretty sure it's an expensive suit, but does it really matter if your suit's expensive, if that's the suit that you wear all the time? Like, I got a custom suit, only got one, and I paid $4,000 for this custom suit. But you don't see me at every conference in this custom suit. So it was weird. But I did write that. Women versus men, when they're starting and requesting a job, the panelist said that men come to them and say, hey, I want to do X, Y, and Z. Do you have an opportunity for me like that on your team? And then women usually come to the table and say, what do you have? One of the reasons is because women can do a lot, which is true. And sometimes it makes it hard for us to focus on and answer the true question of what is it that you actually want to do. Just because you can do it, does that mean that you want to do it? And the panelist, which was Kim, said, she wants somebody who's going to stay 3 to 4 years, not 1 to 2 years. And if you come to her and just say, what is it that you have, you may be able to do the job, but are you going to want to do that job for 3 to 4 years and actually stay? So I thought that was a good point. And then another one was create a runway to make a change. So basically, when people say they want to move into another career, they want to move to another job, you need to create a runway for that. So like a 6 to 8 month runway. Do you have the things in place, your networking strategy in place? Do you know where you actually want to go? Do you know what you're going to do with your family? Like, or is it going to be okay if it's going to go to a remote environment? Are you going to have to go into the office? That kind of thing. Are you going to have time to learn something new? All that kind of stuff. You need to create a runway for it so that your manager can also start supporting you to get you into that role, but also you yourself can get yourself prepared family-wise and mentally and physically for it as well. The other one was around discrimination. The question was, how did you deal with a discrimination in the past? And I agree and I disagree with what the panelist said. So she was basically talking about, how when people tend to outtalk you, or they keep interrupting you, or they get disrespectful. She said it's usually, which I agree, is because they sometimes lack the confidence on that skill set. So they're trying to be the loudest and outshine you. So I do agree with that. Sometimes when people are just rude and nasty, it's because they lack the confidence to do it. However, here's the part I didn't necessarily agree with. I do agree with this, what she said. She said, you should stop that person and say, hey, I just want to make sure I heard you correctly. Did you say, or could you repeat what you just said? And when you do that, it makes the person think about what they just said, and they may correct themselves because they may realize, what I said was not worth repeating again in the tone that I did. So you give them grace to change up what they said. But if they double down and repeat it again, she says what you're supposed to do is continue to let them talk. And then when you find a gap, you bring it back to, okay, so I want to talk about the point that I was discussing earlier. This is the part that I don't agree with. At some point, people like that have to be checked, because what happens is they think they can go into any meeting, they can start treating anybody this way. And we all know people don't always leave jobs because of the job. They leave because of bad management or because of bad teammates. And so I know everybody can't confront folks like that. But for me personally, I'm not going to just continue to let somebody like that go unchecked, because it's just not in my character and my nature. So for that point, I think that just goes on to what your personality is and what you can get away with. Another one was helping this generation of women know how to network and talk to women in higher positions. I thought this was a good question because I even have interns and people come up to me and sometimes they treat you almost like you're a movie star. It's like, oh my God, I can't believe I'm talking to you. I'm like, y'all, it's not that big of a deal. But how do you actually how do you actually help that generation go up and approach somebody that's in the C-suite, somebody who is a business owner, that kind of thing, somebody who to them has made it. So I think that is going to be a great topic that I can use. And one of the things was, which I agree with, and I've told interns this before, if you're going to get my attention and you have it, you need to have an agenda, have some questions prepared of what you actually want to talk about. That's like if I ever get in a room with 50 Cent, I ever get in a room with Mark Cuban, I would have questions already prepared of what I actually want to talk to them. I actually had them on my phone one time. I don't know if they're still there. So yeah. And oh, and I thought this was a phenomenal quote. It says, when you meet somebody, you may not win on the spot, but you can certainly lose on the spot. And that's important because first impressions are everything. And you may not win somebody over. You may not close a deal on the first interaction, but you absolutely can lose a deal and lose somebody on the first visit on the spot. So those were the things that I got there. And then they gave out some books that they were all reading. One of them was What Got You Here Won't Keep You Here. So I may get that one. The other ladies on the panelists was funny because they were like, I don't read too much of the self-help stuff because when I read, I actually want to use that as a time to get away and decompress and that kind of thing. And I've started doing that with my Frida McFadden books. Like, it's one thing to sit there and watch Netflix, scroll on your phone or whatever, but it's something different about being able to just hold a book, sit in your bed, sit in a relaxing chair and just read and get all the way just engulfed in the story itself. So that's one of the things that I prefer and enjoy doing. So those are just some things that I wanted to talk about that I got from the WIN session this morning. You are going to see them come up because I am going to be able to use those as topics when I do get ready with me. Because, you know, as y'all are watching these vlogs, I want to make sure that you're pulling something of value from it as well. So I will be using some of those as talking points, as well as when I get ready to do my speaking and approve my series or whatever, the leadership programs, that I can make sure that I incorporate some of this stuff into those programs as well. What else did we do today? We went to, that was WIN. Then we went to another keynote, but it was all about this data and stuff. Great information, but I'm just going to wait and get it off the slides because it was too much. And then what else did I do? Came in, paid some bills. And then we ended up going downtown that you saw for the brunch, and worked on some grant stuff, but I will explain that at a later date. And now we're just getting ready to just sit here for a minute, charge everything up, go to the 245 session that's on 340B and some rebate stuff. So I'm going to go do that. And then after 245, I think it's last till 3:45, whatever. But once that's over, I'm going to come back to the room, decompress a little bit, probably get some of my stuff together. We have a dinner tonight at 5:30 Central, and so I'm going to go and do that. And then tonight, I'm not doing anything. I've got a client here. I haven't heard from them. Kind of hoping I don't, because I don't really want to do anything else tonight. I want to come back in here, get all my stuff together, read my Bible, read Frida McFadden until I fall asleep. So I will see you all later. I'm not going to say that I'm going to come back on because I don't know. We'll see how I feel tonight. If not, I will see y'all in the airport or back in Columbia.